Hello, Gemini.
Hello, how can I help you today?
I would like to practice my speaking skill to you, and hopefully, you can um, give me tips and trick, and also become a partner for me to speaking.
I'd love to help you. Practicing speaking is a great idea, and we can talk about anything you're interested in. To get started, have you thought about what topics you'd find fun to discuss or what specific skills you want to work on, like pronunciation or flow? Don't worry about making mistakes, that's part of learning. What do you think?
Well, I want you to give me a topic, so I will follow and and test my speaking skill with the synchronous topic you give. Can I follow your topic with my speaking skill, or I just give up?
You can definitely follow along. How about we start with something simple? What's something you love doing in your free time, like a hobby or interest? And why do you enjoy it?
Okay, then. I love to read books. I love to build an application or coding. I love coding because now I can learn further backward. I think I'm dream the application, and then I will tell you or tell the cloud that I want to make the application, and then you or cloud are making for me, and then I will analyze the function or maybe the feature that you give me, and from there I know that uh, this is specific for something, and this function is specific for something, and yes, that is what I learned from you and the cloud.
That's really fascinating. So, coding lets you bring your ideas to life by telling the computer or the cloud exactly what you want to build. Are there particular types of apps you're dreaming of creating or a specific problem you want to solve with coding?
Recently I make an like landing page for tests, because uh, usually I cannot accompany my student in a midterm test because it is so busy here. Maybe there is a meeting, or there is an event in outside city, so I cannot follow. I cannot accompany my student in the test. So bring I make this idea to cloud, and cloud make me one, and I deploy it on my GitHub page, and fortunately it's going well after 1 week. At the first time, of course, there is much there is there are many debug or
That's a brilliant idea. You used coding to solve a real problem you were facing on the job, creating a landing page to help your students when you couldn't be physically there. And you even deployed it yourself on GitHub. It's completely normal to have bugs at first. Every developer deals with that. What features did you include on the landing page? And what kind of bugs did you have to fix?
I have a feature that my student can only work on the test just one time because I connect my GitHub page to the spreadsheet, and after my student filling up the identity number, and uh, they will not permitted to enter the test again. That is the first feature in my application. And then the second application is when a student are entering the application, they must not open other application. So it is prohibited to open other application. There is a warning system that I make for students that open other application. I give them uh, 15, 15 change. After 15 change, a student will automatically submit their answer.
That's a really clever setup to prevent students from taking the test more than once and to keep them focused. It sounds like you had to think through some potential issues that might come up, like managing the student ID numbers or creating that warning system. What kind of specific problems did you encounter while you were debugging, either with linking to the spreadsheet or with the warning system?
Yes, the first time I deployed, it has no feature about uh, what can I say about warning system. So I think that a lot of my students were using ChatGPT maybe, or you are AI Gemini or Claude to answer my question. That was awful. And then for the experience, I think that maybe I can make it better. So I give the warning system. Hopefully, another class or another occasion, it will be prevent them to use AI for the test.
That makes sense. You wanted to make the test fair and encourage them to do their own work, not just use AI for the answers. So the warning system was about detecting when they switched to another window or app? How did you actually implement that? Was it a JavaScript feature that checks if the page loses focus?
Hmm, you know it, yes. I use JavaScript to recognize that students are opening other apps, and when they blur the screen, so it will give them a warning. And at the first, I give them a 15 chance of warning because yes, there are a lot of debug from they cannot open the camera to take a photo of the answer, and then what can else? There is no memory in the HP, so they have to remove some picture or some video in their phone. That was, yes, I think it is part of the advancing. So right now, uh, there are not, there is not, I think, debug again. There is not an error that come up. So I think it is perfect now.
That's great to hear that you resolved the major issues. So the JavaScript blur detection was alerting students if they left the test window. And you also sorted out some camera access problems and storage limitations on their phones. Sounds like you created a much more robust and secure testing environment. What's next for you with coding? Do you have another project in mind already?
Um, the most recently, that I deployed in the GitHub is SSA or Huashan Swords algorithm for integer programming that I studied for 1 year, and actually at the first time I think it is impossible for me to deploy the algorithm, but luckily after a long run I can deploy it, and it is work it works well.
Wow, spending a whole year working on dynamic programming for integer problems and then deploying it is a big accomplishment. It shows a lot of dedication and that you were able to overcome challenges along the way. You should be really proud of that. Are you thinking about expanding on that code or perhaps applying those same skills to something in a completely different area?
Maybe, but I cannot go further because there are so many administrative event or administrative tasks for me as a lecturer here, and I think the time is up now. It is 11 minutes. uh, Thank you for accompanying me to talk in English. Please give me tips and trick how can I speak more fluently.
It was my pleasure chatting with you. Since you already have a good foundation, one thing that really helps is just making practice a regular habit. Try speaking English every day, even if it's just for a few minutes, maybe by talking to yourself or finding another speaking partner. Listening or reading in English regularly, too, can help improve your vocabulary and flow. And most importantly, don't stress about mistakes. The more you speak, the more natural it will feel. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. You are so kind.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help. Feel free to reach out anytime if you want to practice some more or have any other questions. Happy learning!